Now, it was another late night yesterday for Eurozone finance ministers as they thrashed out an agreement to help Spain's banks. Well, after a 9-hour meeting, they decided to hand over 30 billion euros this month in case of financial emergency, as well as giving Spain more time to bring down its deficit. Well, it comes as the country's borrowing costs soared to dangerously high levels again, above 7% for 10-year bonds. That is approaching euro-era highs. Well, let's speak to Martin Koehring. He's European economist at the EIU. Good evening to you. So a little bit of clarity there. We know that Spain will get 30 billion euros. It's the first instalment of this 100, of course, that was agreed earlier in the month. Does it actually provide any stability to the markets?
Well, first of all, it will provide some short-term relief, but the key question will be whether Spain will actually get these 100 billion euros, so the full package, because these 30 billion would actually go through the sovereign, so they temporarily add, they would add, if they are used, would add more to the sovereign debt burden, which is the key issue in Spain. The package of 100 billion would actually go directly to the banks, but there are conditions for Spain to receive these 100 billion to the banks directly, and those are basically that there has to be a banking supervisor in place for the whole Eurozone, and there are very few details currently around how that would look like, and what about national sovereignty and so on. So it will be at least the end of this year, beginning of next year, until Spain will actually receive funds directly to the banks. And unless that's not in place, markets will still be suspicious that the sovereign debt has actually still increased or might increase.
As you said, there's still a lot of questions to be answered, not least this idea of the permanent rescue fund. We've heard today the German finance minister saying that any delay in approving that will fuel further instability and further concerns about the Eurozone as a whole. And this is the concern. It's about pulling together, and at the moment they can't do that.
Yes, I mean, there's a lot of political concerns, of course. I mean, the last couple of days we've seen in Finland and in the Netherlands, which are the governments in those countries are very much they are quite tough on countries such as Greece, Spain and Portugal in terms of actually seeing results. I mean, seeing these governments do something about bringing their deficits down and reducing their debt. And they are quite unwilling to just give them, money without actually seeing any action in those countries. It's a problem of moral hazard. The political willingness in creditor countries such as Germany, Finland, Netherlands is quite low to just give money without actually seeing results. So the political risk is still quite high in the whole crisis.
Okay, Martin, good to talk to you. Martin Koehring there, European economist at the Economist Intelligence Unit. Thank you.